in a cell. What's it like when you trying to get mail? What's it like when you trying to make bail? When you're getting no help and you're living in hell. Your mind's on a loop, your stomach's on pause. Dreams of a key, but you're stuck with the bars. A prayer, a scream, a fight with the walls. Time crawls, time stalls, the system don't call. Can you hear me now? Can you feel the sound? This is the weight that pulls me down. This is hard time, real talk radio. This is hard time, real talk radio. This is hard time, real talk radio. Life can be a nightmare, I don't wanna say it though. This is hard time, real talk radio. This is hard time, real talk radio. This is hard time, real talk radio. The journey isn't ending just because they say the case is closed.
We get a car session. People still say that they like the car sessions. We gotta give them what they asked for. Gotta give them what they asked for. Gotta do it. Tomorrow we got no days off. Like Bill Belichick used to preach. I got something in the back of my tooth. I gotta get it, so it's gonna drive me nuts. Got it. What the hell happened here? Got it. Hard time, real talk. Now the car session for everybody. People still request. I got something in my tooth, drive me nuts. Sorry if I didn't get it. It'd be on my mind. It would just absolutely be a secondary thing bothering me. I wouldn't be able to get in a groove and speak from the heart like I like to do, like I like to get into, because I can't do two things at once. I just can't. You know what I mean? My wife gives me shit about it all the time. I have to have all distractions out of the way before we get things going. I apologize for that. I get a lot of constructive criticism. I get a lot of what the fuck. So whatever, I'm not gonna start over again. There's been 3 different times that the car video has started over, but I did the screen recording, so that has continued to keep. So I am just going to use that video. So when I use that video and you see me restart twice, hi Hawaii, that's why, and I apologize for that. So people have been giving me the same advice for a while now, and I've kind of known they were right, but even when I know things are right, my stubborn way really get in the way of listening at first. And it takes me a while to literally wean into, like, I remember when I was gambling, and my gambling was bad. When they started the in the app, gambling in Massachusetts, it was bad to the point I almost lost my family. I almost lost my wife. And I was given an ultimatum, and so many times I still continued to sneak behind her back and continue to gamble. And I kept saying, like, Jesus, I gotta stop doing it. No matter what, I know I'm gonna get caught. Somehow I always get caught. I don't know how. I kept trying to do more and more things. You know how us addicts are. We're gonna figure out this way and that way. I'll delete the app. I would delete the app. You know how we are. After I placed the bet, and then, you know, I still had ESPN apps and Bleacher Report and all that, and I'd see the doors, and then I'd read all the app and go through all that shit, which was a lot. What the hell happened? What the hell? And I would re-go through all that. So this is still recorded. I don't know what the hell the problem is. You know, I would delete the app, and I would friggin' go through all that aggravation of reinstalling, placing a bet, go in the bathroom, delete the app again, all that shit. Do you know what I mean? And it took me a while to wean into stop doing it, until I finally stopped. And I knew there's no way I can do this and not get caught. I finally did some bartering with myself. You know how you, like, make a deal with somebody and you go back and forth, and I haggled with and we do that a lot, us addicts. We haggle with us, and I came to the conclusion that she's gonna catch me. You know what I mean? She's good. You know what I mean? She's no fool. You know what I mean? My wife is no idiot, and she would catch. So that's how I am with a lot of things, and that's the same way. Kind of how I stopped doing. You know, I came to the conclusion that I relapsed one last time. After I graduated the Gavin House, in 2020. I think in like September, and I had like 6 months clean, and October went by. I got violated by Superior Court, which it was during, it was the most aggravating thing, I swear. It was the first time in my life I ever got in trouble for something I didn't do. My probation officer called the Gavin house and asked where I was, and the guy said that I left. And it was just some guy that just started running. And he just happened to be there the night that I left. But I had already graduated. I completed the house. So she put out a warrant for me, and I had no idea. And during, if anyone remembers, if it was on probation, especially on Suffolk Superior probation during the pandemic, like it was just like, hit us like, just call or text or leave a message with your PO. And that's the type of shit it was on. And I kept calling and messaging this lady, and she wasn't calling me back. So I would just leave a message to check in once a month. So I had done that, like all the way till March. So I didn't find out I had this warrant till March. But I ended up on Thanksgiving Day, like shitbag move. During fucking Thanksgiving dinner, I just went out to smoke a cigarette while everyone was eating, and I took off. I was stressed out, like there were some things going on, like between me and my stepdaughter, where like she really wasn't like getting along. We weren't getting along at the time, and she wasn't listening to me, and she was giving me a hard time. And my stepfather seen like how stressed out I was, and he fucking gave me a couple Klonopin. Bad idea, dude. He doesn't understand addiction. He gave me a couple Klonopin, and they like started to kick in right around the time we started eating. It kicked in, and I went out for a smoke in between smashing fucking some turkey and some of my mother's fucking notable mashed potatoes. If anyone's ever had my mother's mashed potatoes, they're something else, I'll tell you. They're the best mashed potatoes I've ever had. So in between that, I went out to smoke a cigarette and just took off. I had like $100-200 in my pocket and just went to Mass Ave and went and did it. I didn't pop back up until, so Thanksgiving to Thursday, someone found me, a friend of mine, Sean Knievy, thank God, because God knows how worse it could have got. Found me on Monday morning at like 5 in the morning. It was still dark out, with one shoe on, a hospital bracelet on, couple broken ribs, one fucking shoe, and I had no idea like how to get anywhere. I was so fucking beamed out, so fucked up. I remember like towards the end, I remember the paddy wagon bringing me to D Street Projects, because my sister was living there at a time, but I didn't know where. And I was so whacked out, so fucked up. I was at the South Bay Mall, and I kept passing out and just falling asleep. And they must have kept calling on me, and they're like, where can we bring you? And I'm like, bring me to D Street. And I'll just figured I'll go to D Street Projects and just start yelling my sister's name, and hopefully I'll find her. So anyways, long story short, it got ugly during that 5 days. A lot of bad shit, ugly shit happened. And I robbed a lot of people. I did a lot of ugly things. I know I broke the ribs falling from a fence, trying to take off after I robbed somebody. And I know that a couple people that I know from that had said that a lot of people were looking for me, and I was just like at that. I know I couldn't go back down Mass Ave. I knew if I kept using, what was going to happen, where it was going to take me. I almost lost my family. I probably should have. I did some fucked up things. You know, we do some fucked up things when we use, man. When I'm on Klonopins, when we're on Klonopins, now, no, you do stupid and fucked up things on Klonopins, you're accountable and responsible for what you do. But when you're actually on the Klonopin, you never know what you're gonna, and you just don't care. You don't care about the people you love, and you don't, and you know, things that I would never fucking do, that I would never do to the people I care about. I would never fucking do. And after that, I had to lay in bed. I couldn't go in, but that was the last time. Yeah, that was 2020. But I knew I didn't want that for my life, didn't want to hurt people anymore. I didn't want to hurt. I hurt my wife so bad. I hurt my wife so fucking bad, and she's so fucking supportive, and she stood by me through so much, and I just like continue to do things like basically not showing the same support. Like she loves me and has stuck by me through so much, and I just know that I hurt her really, and I hate that. I do, because I love them. I'm so happy with her and with my family. Like, I couldn't be happier anywhere else. And it's like, continue still to do things when she asks me, hey, spend some more time with your family, spend some more time. And I keep saying I'm going to, and like, for a night or two, it's like, I just continue to do the same thing. And there's so many things I need to change. Like, I still need to change. I still am so far from the person I want to be and the person that makes my significant other happy. But, like, she's another friend of mine who I know is only going to lead me in the right direction. She's just telling me, like, you know, you can't force anybody to do anything. Like, I thought I was just asking people who... I look at too many things like the reverse, like would I do it for them? And I can't look at things that way, because 85% of people aren't gonna do what I would do for them. I can't look at it that way, because that's not a rational way to look at things. Just because I would do things for other people doesn't mean that that's the way they look at things. So, well, I have episode 11 tomorrow with a good man, kid from Charlestown. He has done a lot of time. He did a big state bid in New Hampshire, and then got hemmed up and did a big state bid here in Massachusetts. He's done about 20 years of his life in prison, and he's younger than me. And he's one of the people that reached out to me and said, you know, watching your podcast and watching Maddie and watching Bobby is really what made me take a look at myself and get into treatment, take it serious. And I thought it was a good idea to have him on the show. He's really taking his sobriety very serious. He just had a job interview for being an RN, a recovery specialist, which doesn't pay well. It's not something that pays well, but it's something like if you want to work in the field, like, it's an easy job to get, and it's just something that's obvious that he wants to do. Do you know what I mean? It's obvious he wants to work in the field and help people, and I admire that. And it's like almost the way I feel too. Like, that was something that I wanted to do, and I kept applying for these positions. Well, it's funny, the people that point out, why don't you work? Why don't you work? They don't know the shit I've been through trying to get a job. How many job interviews I've been on. I'll bet that there's nobody out there that can trump the amount of job interviews I've been on, and got pushed away for my record. I've been pushed away from the most Corey-friendly places out there. Even, well, I've seen higher, like some of the worst cons I know told me I had to write them an essay. But anyways, he is really adamant about working in the field, and he just got a second interview, and I'm very proud of him. And we're gonna sit down and do an episode tomorrow. But I'm gonna make some changes about the way I approach things. I can't try to guess who needs reminders anymore. I'm sorry. I'm pushing. I know for a fact, whether they say it or not, there's people that just aren't responding to me anymore, and they're people that, like, I'm not going to say they're not my friends anymore. They're people that are my friends, and I think they'll come back around because of the messages. Like, so I'll just resend the episode to everyone who hasn't commented, and you know, and it's obviously at first it worked because I was just starting off, and it hadn't gotten irritating yet. And the longer you go with it, it's gonna get to, and I'm sure it has gotten to a point where it's starting to irritate some people, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to force anybody to engage that doesn't want to. I looked at it like this at the beginning, like, okay, who are the people that if they asked me, hey, will you do this, this, and this for me real quick, and I would do it. You know, that's the bottom line, honestly. So, and I thought, like, okay, so let me ask them, and those are all the people, everybody that I sent my shit to. If you asked me to do the same, I swear I would do the same. And people, there's definitely a lot of people out there that can tell you that, because I do the same for them, and you could see me doing it. You could see me sharing the stuff on my page. So, you know, when there are a lot of people that I do remind, and they say they do need the reminders, but I can't lose followers and lose friends trying to guess. You know, I put one episode out a week, just one episode. You might see shorts and all that other stuff and stuff on other platforms, but I don't care about any of that stuff. All that stuff is just promoting the one episode I put out a week, the podcast episode on YouTube, and that's what I send to people. So I'm gonna make that one episode a week still, because that's not asking people much, and I'm gonna send that episode to the one time on Facebook Messenger and on Instagram, and that's it. That's all I can do. I can't keep sending it. I can't keep reminding and asking people that I think are my friend, or are my friends, to support if they don't want to. Like, I think they should. You know, if you can't support this positive thing I have going on, then you're really not my friend, okay? If I have to get on your ass that much to comment or just in hype, or just do one or the other, like and comment, because I don't expect everybody to like, comment, and share. You know, there are other people that do that. There's enough people that do that, but just like and comment. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all I'm asking you to do. Like and comment and share if you can. But that's all I can do is send it to you the one. There are people that are very busy, and when I send it to you, I don't expect anybody to do it that second. That's the time that I'm able to send it to you. And when you get around to it, you get around to it. Nobody's expecting anybody to do it right there. That's me asking you to, whenever you get around. So if you're subscribed, which everybody should be subscribed, if you're a member of the group, the Facebook group, that's the one thing I ask. Mike did go and went further and said to me, hey, you gotta do this and do that and do all that up. No, that's okay. We can't expect everybody to do all that. But if you're a member of the Facebook, there's 319. I at least expect to subscribe. That doesn't take much. There's a link right there. It's right in the. You just hit subscribe. That's it. You don't have to go on any other. Nothing. When the episodes come out, I ask that if you want to go as far as to comment and do the episode that's most important is always the one that I just released, which is up, and tomorrow we're gonna put another episode out, and we're gonna kill it. We got another episode for next week. We got another one for the week after. We're booked, baby. We're fucking booked, right? We're doing it. But I can't be doing 2 episodes in a week. It gets too confusing for people. It's too much. That whole last week, I probably spent 60 to 70 doing the editing the cutting the episodes into, sending the episodes to people, posting the episodes on social media platforms, sharing them to other platforms, and then having to do it with a whole nother episode. It took me all week. I went from Monday to Friday, from morning to, it's very, very busy. It's a lot monetized, and that's why the financial things are there, because it's not just a secondary thing for me. This is my primary mode of everything. I gotta pause for a second. We are cruising. We got things in cruise, right? I'm trying to set up some other, like I say all the time, I'm not. I was watching some old episodes of the W number that I was, and it made me forget how much I missed doing the W. There's this new thing on YouTube, and I don't know if it's just for people that are on it, because I tried it for the dude Ryan from Rock, and I walked him through it. I walked him through it. I sent him the invitation for a collaboration, which would have only helped him, wouldn't have done nothing for me, and he dubbed it. So it's no skin off my back, because it wouldn't have done nothing for me. I wouldn't have got access to any of his whoever accepts the collaboration, that's the person who gets access to all the persons. So me, Bobby, and Maddie all have a lot of the same followers. Because I realized there was a lot of comments I never got around, and I don't know if it was the last time I was or what. It was the time we did the look at this. See the cops? Yeah. I gotta turn this on. Oh Jesus! We did the Aaron. Talked about that stuff. Did the child. When Maddie showed the video, I showed up mad late. I didn't realize that was that. I don't think that was the last time I was on it. That might have been the second last time I was. And there was a lot of comments I didn't respond. But there's a lot of people are in his comments that are in my comments. But there's also a lot of people that are in there that I know that I never got to let know that I ever. I usually, when Maddie shares episodes with me, I'm usually one of the first people in there and comment real quick. So I don't really get to see everybody that's in there. I think a couple months ago I went through, actually we had a fucking argument. Me, a couple of people in the, but one of my friends that actually called some, oh shit, I gotta get gas, offered me some constructive criticism. Jesus Christ, constructive criticism. Told me I need to stop smoking during the podcast, at least, and I think I'm gonna, because he's not the first person to say that. My friend Doug Bergeron also told me I should stop that, and I think that I'm gonna take their Dougie V. I'm gonna take your advice, because I think you're a wise man, good businessman. You know what you're talking. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. So keep your eye out for tomorrow. All y'all should be subscribed. That's an important. So you should get them anyways when it comes out. If you're worried you're not getting all the notes, right now, go down to where it subscribe or join next to where it says hard time real. If you're joined up, I don't know what it says, but if you're not joined, it'll say join, and there's a bell there. You should see, no matter who everyone is, you should see the bell. Hit on, and then it'll probably say person. Hit all, okay? All, and then you will get all notifications. All right, and so then you don't have to worry about not getting notifications. All right, everybody. Everyone did their thing with episode 9. Seriously, y'all. I looked at some of the numbers, the number one hype video on YouTube. And it was had 3 million hype points. It was some AI video. There's only certain things that we're capable of doing with the following we have. Some of those videos have 10, 50K, 100K followers. That's anybody under 500K. So at 1K followers, we're not going to be able to do some of the things they could do. So to be able to get that video all the way up to number 9, everybody that jumped in and hyped that video up 3 more times, A lot of people did it because we almost hit 1 million. It was all up to like 860,000 hype points, which is a lot of hype points. It was over 200 hypes. Now that's support. That's support. I can't complain about support. I can't say I don't get support. I get support. I'm just a fucking addict. I'm an addict with everything. I'm an addict with this. I can't lie, and I have to take accountability for that. I'm an addict with wanting fucking engagement and wanting and always wanting more than what I have. You know what I mean? For where I'm at, I should be happy, and I'm trying to just be happy. And you know, Maddie tells me, you can't let it. But if everybody knew like how far, what's going on with the trolls, the shit they're doing, right? Because I'm not even gonna give the time of day even more by explaining everything that's going on. But I am kind of a little hurt. I went to Maddie really thinking it had my explaining everything because it's a little much. And you could see this was tonight. I'm good right now. I'm not. I just thought what started to bother me was how upset you started getting, buddy, and that I just thought you would be like, yeah, all right, I got it. You know what I mean? I thought, that's all, because that's what I. But there I go, thinking that everybody would react the same as me and do the same as me, and I guess I can't do that. So it is what it is. Life's good. I got a good family. I got a beautiful wife. Beautiful. We're only on episode 10. I can't complain more. Things are going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to grow. I'm trying to do some collaborative things. Bobby and Maddie, I really want to get together and do a 3 Wise episode again. I really think that was good, and do the collab thing and all help each other out. I think we can all help each other out. I know I don't have as many followers as you, but I know I have some that you don't. You have some that I don't, and we can all help each other out, because I know that if I had X amount, I would, and yous would. I know that I look at it as we should all be supporting, and we do all support each other. So obviously I see you doing it. I don't see why you wouldn't do it. We've all been supporting each other since day one. You have both helped me get to this. I wouldn't be here without either one of you two, and I acknowledge that, and I have pointed that out on more than one. I hope these recognize me. I point that out, and I'm very grateful. Thank you, fellas. Bye.